Dallas 11-6.
He kept the, I know they would say, oh, well, he kept the tag applied. He could have kept the tag applied and not straddled homeboy. You know what I mean? He could have moved his leg. So.
Oh, it was fine. It's just.
I'm just saying.
Ramirez
I
just
mean,
had a little.
it wasn't necessary.
Nothing wrong.
It didn't need to get to that extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong.
Bills in a last-second field goal or a last-second touchdown by Aaron Rodgers to take the division.
He's kicking field goals too. I want to bet.
Right?
I want. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another great LTS show. I am your host, Bodkins. Man, do we got a packed house for you tonight? We're going to talk a little World Series preview, D-backs, Rockies, Rangers. Who had that on their MLB bingo card? Who had that at all? I mean, really, it kind of pisses me off. The Cubs were one game behind the D-backs for that wild card spot, but not saying the Cubs would have gotten to the fucking World Series. Just saying, hey, that's how close the D-backs were missing out of the playoffs, and they're in. And not only they're in, they punched themselves into the fucking World Series, folks. So, and then they got the Rangers as well. So we'll look at that little preview of that. We're going to reveal our NBA power rankings and we'll do the back end of the show. As always, we will pick every game against the spread of week 8, man. We are halfway home on the season, halfway home for fantasy, especially. Speaking of NBA, before we bring in the guys, my goddamn Chicago Bulls, one game into the season, one game. We've had one game. We lost by 20 to the Thunder. And what's after the game? They say a players only meeting. Are you serious? A players only meeting after one game? One game. There's 81 games left, folks. And we're having a players only meeting after the first game of the year. So you weren't prepared to ready to go for, like, you had all off season to have these players meetings. What were you guys doing? You had preseason training camps, and you come out looking like that, and then you're like, hey, everybody, no, coach is out. Players only meeting right now after this game. We just lost by 20 to the Thunder. This team needs to go. It's abomination. Blow it up. The GM, the guy we got from Denver, I don't even know how to say his last name. Get him out. Billy Donovan, get him out. Vucic, get him out. DeMar DeRozan, get him out. Zach LaVine, get him out. This duration of the Bulls absolutely stink. That's right. They stink. Johnny Cruz is well enough to join us in the comment section. He's said he's under the weather, couldn't come on tonight. So I believe he's just still crying about his fraudulent Dolphins. So so there's that. But nonetheless, the Bulls absolutely stink. It's going to be a long season in Chicago. The glory days are gone, long gone. It's been 30 years since the glory days. Then we had a nice little reprieve, but man, this whole team stinks. Blow this thing up, trade everybody, fire everybody. They won't do it, but Jesus, how do you have a players only meeting after one freaking game? I'm not even mad at the fact that we lost by 20 to the Thunder. I expect the Thunder to be a very good basketball team this year. The worst part is having a players only meeting after one game. We're going to do this after every loss. If I'm on that locker room, I'm looking around. If I'm new, especially you guys do this every game. You guys have this fucking meeting every game. Get me the fuck out. Get me out of here. This is some bullshit. Who calls the only players meeting? Who calls it? I don't know. That's interesting question. Nonetheless, I digress. Let's go ahead and we bring in the guys. We'll open up talking about some World Series stuff. It's funny, we're watching the Bills and Bucks play tonight, and one of the teams that are linked to Derrick Henry is this Buffalo Bills team. And to talk a little bit about it is Mr. First Down Sam. Sam, what's up, guy?
Oh, that was good. I started giggling because you were like, "What's going on here? What happened?" I think we should stop the stream and have a shows only.
After Show only, talent only. Well, I guess you're not allowed it in the meeting because you're not very talented. Oh,
I'll hold the door open. It'll be fine. Yeah, doorman. How are you doing, my guy?
I'm all right. We're watching. We got Bills Bucks. I think it was 10.5 when we made the picks on Monday night, and Josh Allen's in the blue tent. I didn't know that.
Wait, I didn't see it either.
I didn't see that either.
Because he ran. Was it? Oh, they're getting chippy out there today, aren't they?
Yeah, something happened there with the ref and the guy's helmet on the kickoff. Bucks look pretty atrocious right now. We were kind of talking about it off air, and we'll just go ahead and bring in the Hall of Famer, the one and only Mr. Scott Cobe.
Got it.
All right, I'm running the talent only meeting tonight.
Scott, what's up, my man?
He is talent.
That's ridiculous. And now Josh Allen's backup is warming up, so something going on here with Josh Allen. I don't know what's going on, but something serious must be going on.
I watched it when he ran in that touchdown. He kind of looked back. I thought he was talking smack or whatnot, but when he was walking to the sideline, he had this glazed over like look and talking to a trainer or something. So I wonder if what's going on.
Yeah, on the push, they get the first down.
Their backup's last name's Allen too. Is it Kyle Allen?
It was Baker.
Kyle Allen.
It was Baker starting some crap. Look at there.
Yeah, Kyle Allen is the backup for Buffalo, but that's
Allen.
If Josh Allen's out for this game, that's a huge Tampa Bay in favor of.
Blood of
I think we all picked the Bucks at 10.5 on Monday, right? It was 10.5, but I think the line dropped to 10.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's too many points. Buffalo hasn't shown anything all year to be 10-point favorites.
I'm looking over it now. Is it I think it's hamstring. I think it's a hamstring.
Could very well be.
It's just a little like as soon as he scored that touchdown, there's just a little like
maybe he tweaked it. Maybe he tweaked the hamstring.
Yeah, just a little
bit.
Listen,
have him in the game. Just go back to your offense the whole year. Just have him in shotgun and throw the ball all night long.
Hey, maybe they'll run it now.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with this is why I love the NFL, right? The NFL, like they want to play everybody for dummies, and the UFC does too. And we'll, that's a different kind. I love when billionaires try to think we're just all stupid. Like the NFL is like, we care about our players, we care about players' safety, right? But you know what? You know what we sure do love? We love fucking money more than them players.
That's right.
That's why we got Thursday night games. You know what I mean? Like. It's been proven, that these Thursday night games, we watch them every Thursday because we love the game. But it's not the product's not very good. Guys get hurt. Yeah. Josh Allen could have tweaked his hamstring maybe because he doesn't fully rested from Sunday's game, and then, he also got a 17. We're also going to add an extra game in to everybody play, even though, but we care about our players. By God, we care about players' safety.
That's right. This Thursday night,
that might back, be, but you love money more.
He's out of the tent now. He's got his helmet on, so something's going on. He must be okay, but they're showing a replay.
No more running for him. Was it
he kind of tripped.
Maybe a touchdown run.
He grimaced. No, it was the play before that where he got
the sideline.
Yeah.
The sideline guy always gets it. His back, maybe he's holding the side, so I wonder if it's a oblique or back or something.
He needs to be careful.
Yeah, the NFL is they're a cash cow. They're trying to get on every night of the week now. If they could do a Tuesday, Wednesday game, they would do it. And come on. Enough's enough. I mean, you got to think of the players at some point.
I wish it wasn't Thursday. When we had the COVID year and the Titans played Tuesday, I actually liked the Tuesday night. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, Wednesday game. I think it was the only game ever played on a Wednesday. We had a Wednesday. It was like the Steelers and the Commanders.
Yeah, I like that. Wednesday and Tuesday are kind of those forgotten days anyway. Why not put some football on there? Yeah, okay, I see the replay. Yeah.
He's back. He's out there now. He's back.
He's out there now, but still, it's like their offense is, he's not running. He might not run the rest of I would say no more carries for him the rest of the night.
Yeah, that'll do it. This is the lesson needs to be learned every time you run your quarterback.
Ball batted up. Intercepted by the big guy. Bucks got it.
That's why we picked him. We knew this was going to happen.
That's why we picked him. This was going to happen.
We're geniuses.
Speaking of pick'em, who picked the Rangers and the D-backs in the World Series? There was a hold on a second. I mean, what were the
Sam had it
odds?
all
I don't
wrong.
even know.
Put your hand down, Sam.
The only person that was even remotely onto the D-backs was Jonathan. We talked about that. He had the D-backs had 65-1 odds to win the NL pennant in the preseason. They're the second biggest preseason long shot to win the pennant since 2000, behind the only 08 Tampa Bay Rays, who were at 75-1. So to win the pennant was 65-1, and I don't know what it is to win the World Series, but
it's got to be 200-1 to win the World Series. Something insane like that. They're just listen, for everything that Major League Baseball has stood for the last year, how what they've made improvements to the game. For them not to have the Braves, Phillies, Orioles, or Astros in the World Series, they got to be crying.
I like it though. I like it though, because you know what? Because you can say what we want, and we kind of bitched a little bit about the the scheduling. So but that it is what it is. Like I like this because to me, next year you open up and say, you know what, it's anybody's game, because we just had. There we go. Chris Godwin touchdown, baby. Needed that. We just had the fucking Rangers and we had the D-backs in the World Series. So if you're waking up and you're somebody that's kind of the Mariners next year, they almost made the playoffs, but somebody that's even middling like that, like, I'm not saying the Pirates, the Reds, definitely some team that's just like, you know what? We go in the off season, we add a piece or two. Why not us? Why not us? You get in the dance, anything can happen.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's not the best team in the playoffs. It's the hottest team in the playoffs. And Texas went from the coldest team to the absolute hottest team to get in the playoffs, because they lost 16 out of 20 in the first part of September. And then they started to get on a roll. They lost it, they lost the division, to the Astros, but it didn't matter because the Astros at home are an awful team. Awful team. And
I really thought like even though the Rangers were doing well, that I just still didn't believe it. I thought the Astros were gonna, just take care of business, and I still didn't believe it. And apparently, like reading up on it, a lot of people agree that they didn't think the Rangers were for real. Now look at us now. Here they are.
And Nick and Sam, to say all you have to do is win one home game in the ALCS, one, and you get to the World Series. And they couldn't do that. They couldn't even do it.
I mean, the Rangers beat them down. I mean, beat the Astros down, and that game was over. I mean, before the fifth inning, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have cheated some more or something. I don't know.
Bang the barrels.
Yeah. It looks like the Rangers are kind of favored here. They won 90 games, and the D-backs are 84 and 76, but you can't count them out. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah,
you can't.
Alan's saying that both D-backs and Rangers were combined 200 losses 2 years ago. So
they were, and if you remember, Adolis Garcia got signed by the Rangers. He got DFA'd out and then re-signed by the Rangers again. So 31. All these baseball teams had a chance to grab this guy.
Yeah,
he was out there free as a bird, and they didn't grab him. And that's on them. I mean, I put money on the D-backs because they're plus like 150 or 140 or something at the time. So I just threw a small amount of money. I'm not saying they're gonna win. I'm just saying I think a plus series odds is pretty good to get. So.
Yeah, who are you liking this series, Scott? And like how many games you think it goes?
I like Texas in 7. I think it's going full. I just think that you're either gonna get 8 to 7 games, or you're gonna get 2-1 games. Both teams go ice cold at times, and then they're red hot. So, Lord knows what you're going to see in the series. You could see a combination of everything, but I think the Rangers in 7. The Rangers are just a better team in the series, I think so.
I mean, we've been saying that, but every series the Diamondbacks have been in, and yet they've, you know what I mean? Like they were down 0-2 to the Phillies, and the Phillies were like, man, this team looks like a team of destiny. And then their lineup, the last 3 games or the last 2 games at home, I think they got 1 hit between Harper, Schwarber, and Trey Turner. So like their bullpen and their starters shut them down, and And then the Marte, man, that kid, another kid that's coming up that's going to be young. If you're a baseball fan, you got to watch this series because it's a lot of good young talented teams. It's not the glamour team,
100%.
Really good young talented kids. Marte's going to get shine. Zach Gallen's going to get his shine. Corbin Carroll's going to get his shine from the D-backs. And then the Rangers. We just talked about Evaldi and those guys. If I'm the Rangers, though, I mean, I know Max Scherzer still didn't pitch. He didn't pitch great in Game 6, but pitched decent. I still probably don't feel great about him running him out there too many damn times.
I don't. I think it should be.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It should be Evaldi, Montgomery, Evaldi, and then whoever they're going to put as the third pitcher. Scherzer should come out of the bullpen. So that's what I think.
I find it kind of funny that we're sitting there like we're watching baseball all season or whatnot. We're all sitting there going, man, the Braves are a powerhouse. The Braves are a powerhouse. And then it's just like light switch turns off. That's it. D-backs. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
Johnny said it was Bills minus 8.5 when we picked him on Monday. So I thought it was 10.
Yeah, it was.
So
I don't think it ever got to 10. I think it was 9.5 was the highest. But the baseball schedule, you can never gain momentum because if you play one game and then you're off 2 days and then you play another game.
Well, the World Series will be different. The World Series will be Friday, Saturday, off day Sunday, which is good for them because of football. Play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off day Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday. So their schedule sets up a better for them. It looked Alan's saying it's Evaldi versus Montgomery in game one, but ESPN's got the probables as Zach Gallen versus Evaldi. Oh, he's got Evaldi in game one, Montgomery in game two. Yeah.
Yeah, Gallen should start the series for Arizona. He's the best pitcher. You got to get off to a good start. If you allow Texas to win the first 2 games, I'm sorry. You're probably.
I mean, we can't say that though. We can't say that they were down 0-2 on the road in Philly. You know what I mean? So
true, but I think what the difference is between the Rangers and the Phillies is that the Rangers have depth throughout the whole order, where Philadelphia had the Harper, Turner, and Stott, and that basically was and Castellanos, and that basically was it. So if you got past a spot number 5 in the lineup, you could pitch to that lineup and be effective. Whereas Texas, you can't. They'll go 1 to 9, top to bottom. So
I love this matchup, man. It's two teams that win. The Diamondbacks have won in their franchise history. Rangers haven't. A bunch of kids that haven't never really played in there. This is a whole new, fresh matchup. It's not this. I think it's the first time since 2016 that the World Series doesn't have the Dodgers or the Astros in it. So
wow,
there's that.
That is strange.
Nice.
It just is strange not to see the Astros playing the Dodgers or Braves or whatever. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. As I've said all year long, sports has now become a younger man's game. Younger man's hobby, so to speak. So, and here you got 2 young teams in the World Series championship. And again, I'm here for it. I'm here. If it was the Orioles instead of the Rangers, I'd be here for that too. So
I love the fact that there are young guys that are like, never experienced this before walking into it. Yeah. That makes it a lot more, I don't know, I guess it makes it a lot more interesting, at least for me anyway.
The only problem is if the Rangers win the World Series, Allen's going to be unbearable. So
you mean more unbearable?
More unbearable, yeah.
Before Sam, let me get your prediction. Who you like and how many games for the World Series? And I'll give mine.
The Rangers. It seems like this is going to sound really dumb, but that's me. So the Rangers, it seems like it took everything they had to get to where they are and whatnot. And I'm not saying that
both teams went 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't know. It felt like it just kind of feels like to me the Diamondbacks seem poised for that moment. They've won one before, kind of thing. History kind of plays into it. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it.
That was 30 years ago, Sam.
I know. See, I look at it though, and Alan says Texas in 6, and maybe that's the case, but I don't know. I kind of want to root for the Diamondbacks. I just kind of want to see it happen.
So you got Diamondbacks. How many games?
I'll go 6.
6.
Yeah, I'll go.
I have no problem with either team winning. I think that Arizona has a little bit of momentum, more momentum than the Rangers going into this.
I do too.
Philly beat Philly twice. Nobody expected it. Expect Craig Kimbrell to be out of Philadelphia next year because he's one of the reasons why they blew it. So
I don't have a. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a smoker, so I don't know where he's getting that information from. You know what I mean?
Juan says you smoke wieners.
Hey, Juan. I do not.
And he's got the Oilers sign up, so
Yeah. One of my
Titans
own
fan?
people. Hey, listen, I got no friends anywhere. Obviously, it's just constant pain. Just constant pain.
Is it Juan from? Is it Juan from the Just Fans guys? That's probably who it is.
It's probably who it is. Yeah.
Now, see, how would you know that one? How would you possibly know that?
It's got to be the Just Fans guy. It's got to be Carlos Arios on the hook.
Yeah. I love how it's just like
Allen just hit Kincaid for a touchdown.
Yeah.
God dang.
Diggs has been very.
Like, Sam is this bad thing. Sam is this bad thing.
Diggs has been eerily quiet tonight. Eerily quiet.
They've done a good job on him.
Now, Scott, you know that's not true. Diggs is never quiet.
Well, no, that's true. No, in the locker room and stuff, that's true. But
he'll probably slam a tablet down even if they win tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna take all of the Bills stuff off his social media if they lose tonight, and then put it all back on.
Tomorrow, even if they win.
Yeah, he's just like, Allen didn't throw the ball to me enough.
You don't want to give me the ball?
Yeah, that's right. He made that bet, Allen. I reminded him of it today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will say this. My World Series prediction is something just tells me it's the Diamondbacks. For some reason, I think they got some sort of, I don't know, man. They look just like this team that's kind of team of destiny, man. I really do. I just think that they got some sort of magic,
That's kind of me looking at it as well. I'm just kind of like, I think it's the Diamondbacks.
It just seems like whenever they need a hit, they get the hit. Whenever they need the out, they get the out, the double play. And I'm not saying the Rangers don't. I'm going to lean towards the D-backs, and I'm going to say, let's make it 7 games. It's got to go 7. Diamondbacks in 7.
That's a nice big series.
I like it.
No, but thanks for the shout out.
Well, then who is it then?
I don't know who it is, so whatever.
Hey, let's get into we're gonna unveil our NBA power rankings. NBA season just kicked off Tuesday night, so most teams only played one fucking game. So hey, he says D-back, so let's get into it.
Alrighty. I feel like we need transition music. No.
Sam, we'll start with you. This is your first NBA season.
First NBA, anything. Yeah, this is going to be great. Let me tell you. This list is going to go straight to hell.
Okay, Alan, we're off of baseball and on to basketball. So
yeah, we're doing
basketball.
Yeah, I'm getting attention now, Alan. I'm getting attention now, okay?
Alan.
It's my time.
We're off of baseball,
and not the kind of attention.
You have adopted the Indiana Pacers, a young team. So we'll start with you.
Hold on, before Sam goes, Nick, did you see what Indiana put up for points last night?
Oh yeah,
140.
140.
Who'd they play then? The Rockets?
No, the Wizards.
Wizards, yeah, 140 they put up.
Well, they stink too. So I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
There's no escaping Allen. He's everywhere. He grows on people like tumors.
And we'll start with you. We'll go to bottom all the way to 10 to 1. Who's your number 10 team?
My number 10 is the Clippers. So this is gonna be fun for you. Yeah, this Paul George fella is interesting. This Kawhi Leonard fella seems to have good stats. But I kind of like Russell Westbrook. I think he seems like he's totally know what he's doing. Please tell me if I sound like an idiot. But
I mean, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. You sound like an idiot, so you're good to go.
Okay, all right, cool. Anyway, Yeah, I feel I like the way Russell Westbrook plays defense from any of the clips I've watched and read up on. So, yeah, I feel like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and a decent cast, they could make some damage. So I'm going to put them at number 10.
Scott, who you got?
I got the Heat at 10. I know everybody's down on them because they didn't get Lillard. I know everybody is panicking after they just barely squeaked out the Pistons game the other night. But this is what Miami does. Miami coasts through the regular season.
They don't care about the regular season. Just get into the playoffs. Yeah.
They don't. They get into the play-in game, play-in series tournament. They win that or they get the spot, top 8, and then they just go to work. They don't mind being an 8 seed and playing Milwaukee or Boston in the first round. They're not going to mind that at all. They're going to relish it and flourish against it. So,
Johnny, how are you going to take your picks and then you're in the comment section putting them? So if you're going to stay around, Johnny,
go to bed, Sicky. No, if you're going to stick around, you get on. You get on. You hear me?
So you got who? You got the Heat at 10.
I got the Heat at 10. Yep.
Yeah. Johnny's got the Pacers. I was surprised to see that the Pacers at 10. That's not where I would have had it. My number 10 team is I'm with Sam here, the Clippers. On paper, I went back. The Thunder were close to me, real close, but I got
he didn't say Sam. We don't know what he's talking about. Oh.
I got the Clippers though at 10. On paper, they should be one of the top 10 teams in the league. You just never know what you're going to get out of Kawhi, how many games he's going to play. Can Paul George ever stay healthy? Sam is right. They do got Russ Westbrook, Mr. Triple-Double himself. I just feel like, man, I love Russ, and I just feel like he gets so much hate for some odd reason. I don't know. I've never known why. But give me I got the Clippers at 10. So, Scott, we'll go to you. Who you got at 9?
I got OKC, and I think they're a young team on the come. I think you saw them last year that they played very well in the postseason, the early series. I think they're going to be better this year because of everything they went through last year. So
Chet's back. Chet home, he'll play.
Chet Holmgren. That team will be together for a full year. I think Holmgren, they're going to kind of feel their way through with the season. I think he's going to get games off here and there because of his health. But I love OKC. I just think they're a very young and talented team. So
I did too. I had them almost at 10. They were like that 10A team to 10, 10B team for me. I just couldn't quite put them in the top 10, but I think they're a good young team. Shea Alexander's folks is an absolute.
He's the real deal.
Stud.
He's really he could be an MVP consideration this year for sure.
Yeah. So and then Dort and that's a team that can. They tore that thing down and have now built that thing up, and they still got 30 fucking draft picks to add to it later on, or they can sell some of those draft picks to add some pieces when needed. That team I like for the next. If I was going to pick a franchise for the next 10 years,
that'd be it.
They would be that team almost.
Yep.
Sam.
Yep.
Who's your number 9 team?
Okay. Forgive me if I'm like totally way off base here. I got 9.
There's no wrong answers. It's whatever you think.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put the Knicks. Okay. I was looking up last year. They get Josh Hart. They go on a run. Then they add this kid. I can't say his name. Dante DiVincenzo from
DiVincenzo.
Yeah, Villanova. I really loved looking him up. I think he is.
Yeah, they're Villanova East. They got they've added 3 players in the last 2 years from that Villanova championship team.
Yeah. And everybody's talking about the potential of RJ Barrett. They've
been talking about that, but Yeah,
I know
that's my rebuttal about the Knicks.
One of the things I looked up. One of the things I looked up is potential, but when was one of the articles.
Yeah,
when,
yeah.
Dot question mark.
We've been saying that about RJ Barrett. Really since college.
Yeah, and he's never panned out. He's never panned out.
I picked him here because I like the Josh Hart going on a run there. I think
that's a lot of people have them higher than 9. And if you look like online in some reputable
dude, like I told you before I got on, I looked up power rankings just to get a feel for it, and they're all over the place.
It is.
I can't get a bearing on it.
I don't know. Let me look who Johnny had.
He had
Johnny's got the Heat at 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. He had OKC.
He had the Heat. My number 9 team is the Cavs. I just think that they were one of the top teams. They were number 2, I think, in the East, or 3 in the East last year. Donovan Mitchell. Another year with him. They're another good young team. This is probably their last run. I think Donovan's a free agent after this year, so it'll be even. If things don't go good here in Cleveland, he could be traded, I think, just to get some sort of pieces if they don't think. But I do think this team, Garland and those boys, really good basketball team. So give me the Cavs at 9. Sam, we'll go back to you. Who's your number 8 team?
I have the Heat at 8. I might regret that later. I loved watching them play in the finals last year, wasn't it? I thought, Butler and everything. Plus, they have like Tyler Hero, and I like saying "You're my hero, baby." I picked the Heat because the last names were so fun to say. So, but I really loved the way they competed there. They made it an interesting series. So I put the Heat at number 8.
Scott, who you got?
I may regret this, but I got the Clippers at 8. I think if George and Leonard, if George and Leonard stay healthy the entire year.
On paper, right? That's what I meant when I picked. That's the only reason, on paper, they could be. They're really a top 5 team on paper.
They're to me, they're the most polarizing team in the NBA right now. They could be really, really good, or they could just suck completely because of injuries or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I'm banking on going more toward they could be really, really good. If they're really, really good, they're going to cause a lot of teams problems in the West. And if Kawhi and Paul George can stay healthy along with Westbrook and all that and those pieces, they could be a really good and formidable team in the West. So they might be the 4th best team in the West right now. That could move up based on how Phoenix shakes out this year. So Clippers are 8 for me.
Sam? Oh, you said you got the Heat.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, my bad.
8A, 8B.
Johnny's got the Kings at 8. I'm with you, Sam. I got the Heat at 8. I just think they got to be in the top 10 for the simple fact they were in the NBA Finals last year. Yeah. And I feel like, so that's the reason.
Up a fight too.
I mean, and they just don't have they don't have the name. They lost. They did lose Gabe Vincent and a couple other guys. Sure. They went in and was trying to get the Dame trade, couldn't get it done, but they're bringing back Tyler Hero. They still have Jimmy Butler. They still got Bam. They still got they'll find 3 more players that left. And by the playoff times, they'll be right there. It just seems like that's just how they play. So I got the Heat at 8. Sam, who you got at 7?
I have the Kings. Anything I've read on them, team acclimating to Mike Brown. I don't like putting them there because I feel like, from what I've understood, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but everybody in the West got better as well. So yeah. I'm a little wary about putting a team there or whatnot, but people seem pretty excited for some reason.
They were number 2 in the West last year. I mean, that's, okay. If they don't play the Warriors in the first round, they probably do some damage.
Right. I was looking through, and anything on Twitter, anything on The Athletic or whatever, people like the Kings. And so I thought I'd just put them right there.
No, I like Scott. Who you got at 7?
I got the Kings at 7. I think
I'm killing it.
They learned a lot from last year's series against Golden State. They were young. They've been through the playoff rigors now. They know what to do to get there. I think they're going to be the most dangerous team in the West. I said the Clippers could be. I think they're going to be the most dangerous team in the West. Sports has gone to a young man's type of deal. That's a really young team with big time talent.
Sabonis and Fox and Malik Monk, like that's a team that can. So I don't have the Kings I have the Kings at 6. For the exact reasons we just mentioned. The number 7 team I have is the older team in California, and that's the Lakers. I'm not as high on the Lakers as everybody else. Number one, I'm going to quote Colin Cowherd. He doesn't say a lot of smart stuff, but he said this. He says, I saw the quote he said about AD. He said he quotes it as the McDonald's milkshake machine. You know, it doesn't work all the time, but you're glad when it does, because it tastes good when it does. But you know, you can't expect it to work all the time, and that's Anthony Street Close Davis. I mean,
what a nickname!
they got LeBron still. I mean, LeBron at 38, 39 years old, however how old he is, he can still fucking ball out. So he's still really good, but they just don't have the pieces. Like Austin Reeves. He's a good ball player, but I just don't like who else did they add in the offseason? They didn't add, you know what I mean? And then they're just going to rely on, 40-year-old LeBron James and, street clothes Davis. So that's why I got the Lakers at 7. I do got the Kings at 6. Scott, who you got at 6?
Can I interject something?
Go ahead.
Why is because anything I've read about the Kings is Mike Brown. What is special about Mike Brown?
He's been around. He's been to the finals. He was Doc. He's been part of Steve Kerr's staff. He's been part of Doc's staff in San Antonio. So that's everybody really likes plays. They play really good defense. It's just kind of been around.
He was the coach when the Cavaliers won their title.
Okay.
And he was also there with Golden State when they were in the midst of their dynasty run, so to speak. So
gotcha.
Yeah,
that's why he gets big time pub because of that.
Yep. And he was part of the Spurs staff at one time when they were winning finals. You know what I mean? He's been around a while. He's a good coach. That's the reason.
All right, so he's got a pedigree. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a pedigree.
Yeah.
So number 6 for me.
That Kings team's. I mean, they're really good. De'Aaron Fox is in Sabonis. They don't get the national pub. I don't feel like the Kings do because they're West Coast team. They're not the Lakers. They're not the Clippers. Or even the Warriors. But man, that Kings team it can go, and they're young. I think they got the experience from last year. So, Scott, who you got at 6?
6 for me is Golden State. And the reason they're 6 is very simple. Until they figure out who they are and what they're going to be, they're going to struggle a little bit here in the beginning of the season. You lost Jordan Poole, you traded him away to Washington. You brought in Chris Paul. Who knows how many minutes he's going to play? Who knows what his role is going to be? Who knows any of that stuff? They just lost to Phoenix the other night. So until about Thanksgiving time, you're not going to really know what Golden State is. So they're at 6 right now for me. They could go higher, they could go lower. It just depends. They could be out of the top 10 totally. So, they're an older team. I just don't know what's going to happen with them. If they play Sacramento in the playoffs this year, I think they're going to lose to Sacramento, to be honest with you, instead of beating them. So Golden State 6 for me.
Sam, who you got at 6?
Golden State is also 6 for me, Scott. I mean, I love this Steph Curry guy. What a player. But am I missing something with that? I mean,
no, it's just funny because you're just like, I like this Steph Curry guy.
I love the Steph Curry guy.
I know. It's like, you're watching it walk for the first time. It's like
3-time MVP.
It's like, hey, this kid could be really good. Like, Sname's just like, you know what? I think this guy might be good. No, he's not just really good. He's just the greatest shooter all time and top, one.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you something? This LeBron James guy, he might work out pretty well for the Lakers.
I know who he is, and I am underwhelmed. Anyway, I wish I had something more for you. I just think the Warriors seem to always be dancing around to the playoffs every now and then, or all the time, and winning games. So I have them there, and Steph Curry, a hell of a player. Yeah.
No, I mean, he's more than hell of a player. He's one of the greatest all time. We'll go back to you, Sam. Who's your number 5? I had the Kings at 6. So who's your number 5, Sam?
Well, I have the Lakers. I think they're a better team than they were last year, I'll say. I hated picking them here, but I looking around at all the
I probably have them too low, but I just don't – I can't get them in higher.
Yeah, I heard something when you get to me that makes me nervous.
But, the health it makes you nervous because health is an issue is what I read.
But that's why I said Street Close Davis.
But they think their depth is like better improved and whatnot. And I thought, like, well, shoot, if their depth's good, they might make it or whatnot. I'm sorry if this sounds totally stupid. I'm just trying to.
No, it's what I've heard too. So,
okay, all right. I wish I was something better for you. I hated picking him there because I am not a LeBron James fan. But looking at all the other lists and reading and stuff like that, that seems like the guy. By the way, you said Colin Cowherd earlier, and the one thing that rings through my head with Colin Cowherd is his that depiction of Sam Darnold he had, where he's like, Sam Darnold, thick, trunky, coastal kid. That goes through my head every single time. Oh, what does that even mean? Thick, trunky, coastal kid.
Scott, who you got at 5?
I'm with Sam. I got the Lakers at 5, but it's not with any confidence, and here's why. So LeBron played 29 minutes opening night. The head coach after the game said that's about what LeBron's going to play all year is 29 minutes a game, 29 to 31 minutes a game. That's the best player in the world, and that gives me no hope that the Lakers.
I don't know if he's the best player in the world anymore. I mean,
not anymore. But the other thing I'll say is this: when everybody says their depth is better, they didn't bring anybody in really. They didn't sign anybody.
That's what I mean.
Gave bigger contracts to guys. So to me, the Lakers are the same team as last year.
They added Gabe Vincent. That's it.
That's it.
And they overachieved last year, really.
I honestly think the Lakers could be ceiling is a 45-win team this year. I really do. If this coach holds to his plan with LeBron, and you're asking Anthony Davis to carry the team, that's
the thing is, if Anthony Davis could be an MVP, but you just can't ever say he's gonna be because he's gonna miss 20 games.
Absolutely. So the Lakers are 5 for me, but I could see me not even having them in the top 10 next time we do this, to be honest with you. So
my number 5 team's the Warriors. Simple fact. I mean, you guys kind of mentioned it. They still got the greatest shooter, 2 of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And they can still. Klay Thompson's great perimeter. Draymond is still a good defender. They went in on him. They chose him instead of these younger guys that they could have, instead of Jordan Poole, right? Like they went in on with Draymond. Gone is Draymond. And don't forget Andrew Wiggins is back now for that team. I think he adds that special element for them. Remember, he missed most of last year. He had some personal problems going on. But 2 years ago when they won the NBA Finals, he could have been MVP of that Finals. Like he played really well, was probably one of their best players. So Wiggins is back. They got Kumanga as well, the cum bucket. I like this Warriors team at 5. That's his nickname, Sam. That's his nickname.
That is his nickname. It's strange, but that's his nickname. So.
That is unfortunate.
Every time I talk about the Warriors, I don't care if that guy's not playing. I have to say his nickname because it's the best nickname in all sports.
You have to take that second. Surely I did not just hear what I thought I heard.
Yeah, but I like the cum bucket. I like the Warriors, and they added CP3. I know the dead carcass that is CP3, but that'll spill some minutes of, and maybe him coming off the bench and playing behind Curry will save his body a little bit more. So I got the Warriors at 5. Scott, who you got at 4?
I have Phoenix at 4, and the win over Golden State, their opening night, was huge for them. That's
Bradley Beal didn't even play. Yeah,
and Bradley Beal didn't even play. That gives me a little hesitation. And Booker's not playing tonight, I guess. I guess he's out tonight too. So that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But this Bradley Beal not starting the season with them gives me pause as to what the heck's going on in Phoenix right now. There's no depth. The talent.
Well, they got some depth when they traded Ayton. I felt like that saved them because I was worried about their depth. And then to get Nurkic, and then they got Grayson Allen. I got the Suns at 4 too, Scott. So that's kind of why I'm.
I just think the top 3 is pretty solidified right now. So if you ask me who the next best team after the top 3 is, it's Phoenix. It's Phoenix. And if they play defense, they could be in the NBA Finals. They could beat Denver. So
yeah. I don't know how you guard. I don't know how the Sun, how you defend the Suns, because with Beal, with Durant, with
And
Booker, and I feel like I'm missing somebody else there, but I guess that's who else. They got somebody else.
That they got Grayson Allen. That's it for top end talent. Basically, they traded Ayton away to Portland.
They did trade Ayton away.
Yeah. So,
Sam, who you got at 4?
I'll join you guys, the Suns, at 4, mainly because I really like this line. CBS Sports had it. Their ceiling is the highest, but their floor is also the lowest.
Probably
so.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting. And just like you guys were talking about, they said health would be an issue. And here it is, raising its head. We're, pretty early in the damn season to be doing that. But I have them in there because I like the high ceiling. I actually had to change it up because I was like, I don't like the Lakers at 4, and I switched it.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
Yeah, I like him at 4. The Nurkic kid is good too. Like people don't sleep on.
Okay, is that how you say his name? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that and I just stared. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's that's a guy that can, when he plays, he's very underrated.
Yeah.
So, Sam, we'll go back to you. Who you got at 3? I feel like the top 3 are probably similar.
I got Bucks. At 3. Even though I find Giannis a little whiny for my taste, the talent is definitely there. Damian Lillard is a known quandary. I think they can do great things there. So Milwaukee seems to be one of these teams as of recently to be dancing around with in the playoffs. And I don't know. I just feel like with Giannis and Lillard that it's going to be good. That's how I feel.
Scott?
Is that not the top 3? Can I ask
I got.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
I was like,
I think. Yeah, I think Milwaukee's 3, and this Chris Middleton, player has to be the guy that carries a lot because you know what you're going to get from Giannis, you know what you're going to get from Lillard. I just looked at the box score. They're playing the Sixers. They're playing the Sixers right now as we speak. They're only up 4 on Philadelphia early in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia is not a great team this year. They're a good, solid team, but they're not a great team. And Milwaukee's having problems with them. So I think
it's going to take them some time.
Agreed. It's going to take Lillard and Giannis and Middleton time to coexist together.
Yeah,
I get that. But Chris Middleton's the most important player in the Eastern Conference in my mind. If Milwaukee is going to make a deep playoff run, he has to be the third guy in that wheel that performs. And right now he's got 6 points, 2 rebounds. So that to me, if he's going to do a lot more of that than the 15 and 10, Milwaukee's going to have problems in the playoff when it comes time to playoffs. So Milwaukee's at 3 for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I got the Bucks. Now this is a team I am worried about their bench. 2 years ago, or what was it? 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago when they won the finals. Their bench was really good. Now they're starting Bobby Portis instead of him coming off the bench. I know they still got Brook Lopez, but Giannis, Middleton, and Dame, how much are they going to play? It's going to take some time for them to get together. The Dame trade made him jump in. They did extend Giannis. He got extended him for 3 more years. So, this is their time, and Giannis is one of the top 2, 3. It could be, to me, Durant is still right there. Giannis, and then Jokic is probably your 3 best players in the NBA. Jason Tatum, LeBron kind of follow somewhere right around after that. So
that's pretty awesome. I just thought he was whiny from any interview I saw with him. I was like, geez, dude.
No, he's one of the best players in the league. So I got the Bucks at 3. So Scott, who you got at 2?
So I'm not a homer because a homer would put the Celtics at 1. I have the Celtics at 2 because for 2 reasons. Number 1, Denver is a return NBA champ. Until they prove otherwise, you can't take them out of the 1 spot. That's number 1. Number 2, they're the best team in the East, I think. This Drew Holiday trade solidified them as the best team in the East. Porzingis had a huge night last night, 30 points, hit some key buckets down the stretch. If he does that all year long or pretty close to it, the Celtics are an unbeatable team in my mind. You got Tatum, you got Brown who didn't play well last night, but Porzingis stepped up. And you got Drew Holiday, who's a younger, better version of Marcus Smart in terms of playing defense, and he can score the ball.
Marcus Smart.
So to me, the Celtics have all the ingredients right now to be in the NBA Finals against Denver, Golden State, Phoenix, whoever it may be. But I got the Celtics at 2.
Sam?
It's that team from Boston. It's Celtics. The team I didn't choose because the fan base seems to be, I don't know, insane is the word that comes to mind. I really like Porzingis as a last name, but I like Porzingis shooting threes a lot more. So there they are in the finals again. It didn't work out the way they wanted to. They had hope, and then first time watching NBA, they just get crushed in that series there towards the end or whatnot. But you're still there, and if these acquisitions of Holiday and people like that, then maybe they can push them over the top.
Yeah, I haven't been reading off Johnny's picks. So he had the Warriors at 6, Clippers at 5, Celtics at 4, Suns at 3. He's got the Bucks at 2.
Johnny,
he's got the Celtics at 4.
Johnny, come on.
I'm with you guys. I'm right there with you guys. I got Boston at 2. When Kristaps Porzingis is maybe your 4th best player, when they got the trade to get, I thought they were going to hurt at the point guard until they made the trade for Drew Holiday. And once they made that trade, that put him over the top. Because to me, he's better than Marcus Smart, like you said, Scott. I love, as much as you love Marcus Smart, Drew's a better, just as good, if not better, perimeter defender. Can score more, is better ball handler for sure, 1,000 times better ball handler. Can actually play the point guard position. So I got Alan. How the fuck can you have the Nuggets at 3? They're the reigning defending NBA champions.
You can't. You've seen nothing all season this season so far. Okay, except for one thing. Denver beat the Lakers at home opening night. You cannot take them out of the 1 spot. You can't do it.
So I got Boston at 2, and I think we're all in favor on the Nuggets at 1, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was the one rule you told me. It was like, I have the Nuggets at 1.
Yeah,
they're the reigning defending champions, and they still got the best. They still got Nikola Jokic still suiting up for them. Yep.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray still suiting up for him. Yep. I know they lost Bruce Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, but they got another. I expect big things from the Kansas Brown kid, and I think they get the Grady Dick from Kansas.
I think they did. Yeah, I believe they did. I believe they drafted
Murray did a lot in that game too. Jokic got a lot of the attention, but Murray did his job as well. People tend to you can't for the first month. Denver's number 1, and you can't take them out of it. No matter how good the Celtics are, Celtics could be 13-1 after the first month and a half of the season. As long as Denver is in within breath of that, you can't take them out of the number 1 spot. They're the best team in the West. It could be the best.
And the West is the better conference. The West is the better conference too.
Okay, good.
No doubt.
West,
no
is
doubt.
The better conference. West is the better.
Yeah, write that down. West.
I am. West is the better. I also had to change Giannis to Giannis with a Y.
Tomorrow night will tell a lot for the Celtics. They're hosting Miami.
I'm learning.
In Boston. That will tell a lot as to how the Celtics are as a team, and that could lead to up until Christmas, because the NBA doesn't start till Christmas Day. So it started now, but you really don't pay attention to it until that 6-pack of games happens on Christmas Day. So to me, you just got to look at it as it is. Denver's number 1 until at least Christmas for me. I won't take them out of number 1. So
all right, cool.
I'm the same way, Scott. You got to have them. You got to have them going at 1. So I'm watching this game here, and I don't understand and we'll switch topics here now. So that wraps up we're all in on the Nuggets power rankings at 1. But I want to switch back to some football here before we make our picks. And it's funny that the Bills I was just about to complain about them. They're running fucking Murray, and I don't understand it. Cook averages damn near 4 yards a fucking game. He had touchdown wide open Gabe Davis, but
Yep.
I mean, how do you not give it to Cook? Like every time the kid touches the ball, I think he had 6 rushes for 40 yards. I'm like, why are we running to Murray? Why are you linked into talking about trading for Sam's Derrick Henry and maybe Cook's older brother and Dalvin? You got a fucking running back. You just don't use them.
I love your passion. I love your passion for this. It's just the Bills don't do it. And I remember
if I'm a Bills fan, it just pisses me off. If I'm a Bills fan, I'm mad, and I'm not even a Bills fan.
Right?
Yeah.
But like it's like the other day, you're like, but they have Cook, they have a run game. I'm like, I have not seen this run game you speak of.
They don't use it. He get 40. Scott, we talk about it almost every Sunday when we look up his stats. He averages damn near 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, no, he does.
Before the season started, I said with the Bills, they are more explosive on offense this year than they ever have been. And the reason why was James Cook. And I'm wondering if they're just keeping Cook under wraps until week 11, week 12.
Really cold outside, maybe?
Before they unleash him, like the Chiefs did with Jerick McKinnon in the last 2 years, where he did nothing for the first 8 weeks. And then all of a sudden he started to produce. So I wonder if Buffalo is doing that with James Cook, being around a 500 team, getting to week 11, and then James Cook will all of a sudden get 80% of the backfield touches in Buffalo. I'm wondering if that's what they're doing.
I don't know. Because it's not waiting for him to produce. He's already producing. You're just not using him.
Agreed. But I wonder if they're going to increase his workload that much more when they get – that's why Derrick Henry to Buffalo trade talks, I don't believe any of that stuff because I don't think Buffalo wants Derrick Henry. Well, not want, but I don't think they need him. I really don't.
I don't think so.
I kind of felt that Tampa is the one to make the move there for Henry, but people keep saying Baltimore, and God, that will just break my heart. But I get it. I will say
Cook has now asked for a trade out of the Jets. He realizes, this Breece Hall kid's really fucking good, and I'm never going to see the field.
Who wants Dalvin Cook? In honesty, who would want Dalvin Cook? Tampa Bay, maybe.
The Baltimore Ravens.
I mean, the Baltimore Ravens will take a running back with any heartbeat, but I think Gus Edwards is fine for them. To be honest with you,
I like Gus Edwards. I think he fights.
I would rather have Derrick Henry. I definitely would rather have Derrick Henry, and I don't know about how much.
Oh, sure, but I just like watching Edwards. I think he's a feisty guy. Fights through the line. Tries to step through mud to get there. I like Gus Edwards' fight.
Sam, what's the chances you give Derrick Henry? You're obviously connected there into Tennessee. What's the chances that Henry gets traded?
I think where there's smoke, there's fire, and a lot of people are talking trades. A lot of them.
I think there's no fire. That's what I think. I think it's more smoke. More smoke than a Snoop Dogg concert. That's what I think.
I mean, you could be right, and more power. I kind of look at it as Spears is running better than he is at the moment. Okay, and I'm not trying to diss the guy. I think he's an amazing. I mean, look what he's done for us. He's amazing. But Spears coming in behind a bad line and still making yards, and Derrick having trouble getting through the line is, it just kind of feels like Spears is kind of the guy. And the change-up works and whatever else. But I also understand if you're starting Will Levis that you might not want to get rid of Henry. And that you might – and it's the same with D-Hop. D-Hop isn't going anywhere. I don't know where everybody gets that feed brain idea.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to trade for either one of these guys because the Titans are going to have to eat some money to trade either one of them.
Yeah, they want to eat half the contract or whatever. They want to eat half of the 16 mil.
So let's look at it this way with Derrick Henry. Who is on the cusp of making a Super Bowl run.
It ain't the Browns at the moment, but they're on the damn list, right?
Who is on the cusp of making a Super Bowl run besides the Buffaloes and Cincinnati's and Kansas Cities and Philadelphia and San Francisco that probably could use a Derrick Henry in their backfield to solidify that? That's the team I think you got to look at.
Baltimore makes sense to me. Baltimore makes the most sense.
Baltimore makes total sense. I will weep like a baby, but it makes total
sense. Because no Dobbins, they're out. They're what 6-2. They look really good. Add another piece to imagine the backfield where you got to worry about.
Juan. You're doing great, Juan. I bet you don't live a sad, pathetic troll life. I bet you're just winning, bro. Keep it going.
Because what you have to worry if you had a backfield where you got to worry about Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. That's pretty scary.
That's the team I think you got to look at for Tuesday. To Derrick Henry is Baltimore, and that's the only team I think in my mind. NFC, look at the NFC. Seattle's got their back; they're all set. The Rams are an interesting team. If they're
on the slide though, they're sliding down. So can they? Yeah. Do they fit? Yeah. I don't know if a Derrick Henry trade makes them any better, and they're up against the cap too. So
but they do have a first round pick this year, which is strange for the Rams. So I wonder if they try to trade the first round pick to get something.
I don't think you're trading the first. Derrick Henry's not getting a first. You're not getting a first round pick for Derrick Henry.
He's not. But if you were to do Derrick Henry and not Derrick Henry and Traylon Burks, the Rams are liable to give up this first round draft pick, overpay for something because they think they can win the Super Bowl. But guess what? Even though I'm low on San Francisco right now, you got Philadelphia, Dallas.
I think Dallas kind of makes sense, right? Like
Dallas makes a lot of sense for Derrick
Henry or even Dalvin Cook if they could trade for one of those two and kind of be that power to Tony Pollard.
Yeah, because I don't think Pollard has returned from his injury. He's no explosion in his game right now. He has no legs, and that's a problem for Tony Pollard because his game is all about explosiveness, and he has none right now. So, Dallas would make for it. But Jerry Jones said he's not going after anybody. They're going to call him with trades. So
that's some bullshit too. We know that's a lot. It's a lot too. I mean,
any team's going to. I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
We should have picked the fucking Bills with the 8.5. It's 14, and they're going to score here probably too. So.
Yeah, the problem with Buffalo is when they get blown, when they lose a game they shouldn't have lost, they come back and take it out on the next team. Yeah. See the Raiders game.
Well, I think they said Josh Allen's never lost back-to-back games as a starter.
Yeah, he's not going to lose one tonight. So
on the previews, so you guys made Sam cry. Send Henry to the Johnny says send Henry to the NFC. Yeah, Alan. If you believe Jerry Jones is saying that, Alan, like you believe in that, then you believe in the fucking Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. Like, I mean, if you believe that Jerry's not going to make calls,
he needs to do something because Philadelphia he could win the NFC with one trade, but he's going to do it. He's going to pull a trigger somewhere if he thinks he needs to. So. Alan, you may be giving up your second-round draft pick for the next 4 years to get Derrick Henry into Dallas. Because right now, the one weakness they have is their running game. If they have a solid running game, then that makes Dak better. That makes the whole team better. And their defense is as good as anybody around. So,
yeah. Did you pick the Bills or did you pick the Bucks, Scott?
I don't remember.
Oh. Johnny said he asked you if you picked the Bills. I know I picked the Bucks, and now I fucking wish I didn't.
I want to say I picked Buffalo, but I'm not sure.
I thought we were all on the Bucks, but maybe not. Maybe
we could have been. We could have been. I don't remember off the top of my head, so I didn't write it down. So.
I didn't write it down either. That's Tanner's job.
I have to go back and watch the end of the show Monday to figure it out. So
yeah. I personally don't see any big trades happening on Tuesday night on Halloween. Do you?
I see a lot of offensive linemen possibly moving. That's about it. And that's not big trades. It's not big trades to me. So I could see one or two. Yeah, I could see like bottom feeders like Chicago, like Carolina sending an offensive lineman to Buffalo or Tennessee or wherever, or Cincinnati for them to solidify their offensive line. Because some of these quote unquote playoff push teams need offensive line in the worst way. A lot of offensive lines are bad right now. So
yeah, banged up.
Yeah,
scoring's down. They said scoring's down for the first time since like 2017.
It is down. The unders have hit in these games like 64% of the time. So even last week when there was some scoring, the under still went 11-7.
Yeah.
The game still went to the under 11 out of 18. So, I mean, or 11, not 11 out of 18. It was like 6 out of 10 or something like that. It was 60%. So, yeah, scoring is down this year. A lot of teams just are defending the run a lot better than they have in the past. And that's where the scoring is down because you're not running the ball effectively. So,
do you guys think it's something to do with the younger guys coming in and everything like that? Like
that's possible too.
Maybe not adapting to the game as easy.
Look at a team like Detroit. Laporta, Gibbs, Jameson Williams. These are all young guys. These are all 3-year players or earlier in their career. So, yeah, I think they make mistakes. Baltimore plays a low-scoring brand of football. Buffalo hasn't been as explosive. These offenses aren't as explosive this year. Philadelphia is a perfect example. They're not putting up 30 every game. They're struggling to get to 24. So,
yeah. A player I want to ask you before we can start. Tanner texted me, said go ahead and start making the picks, and he'll jump in here just a little bit. But Deshaun Watson. I mean, listen to this. I actually saved
$232 million guaranteed. That's all I got to say about that.
I'll give you a hot take that you guys may have heard or may not have heard.
So in 10 games on Deshaun Watson, he's 165 for 277, which is about 59% passer rating percentage. He's only thrown for less than 2,000 yards, 1,939, 11 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, which is 82 passer rating. This season, he is 30th in passer rating among quarterbacks who have started one game. He's worse than Mac Jones, Kenny Pickett, Josh Dobbs. Juan Watson barely clears Jordan Love, and that's pretty fucking bad. He had the excuse that last year was rust, but this year it just seems like he doesn't even want to play.
Yeah,
I mean, we were talking about this guy being a couple years ago, before all this mess, he was a top 5 quarterback in the league, and now.
There's 3 things I heard today. One on ESPN, or this past week. One on ESPN and a couple other places I forgot. Deshaun Watson is not the same quarterback. Is he afraid of going out there and playing and being not Deshaun Watson? That's what ESPN posed the question. Does he not want to play because he's not Deshaun Watson of Houston days? That's number 1. Number 2, my hot take is you won't see Deshaun Watson play another snap this year. He's done.
You think he's done
this year? Very possibly. Very possibly. I don't think Stefanski likes him. I don't think Stefanski thinks he helps the offense. I think PJ Walker is the quarterback for the rest of the year. I just think Deshaun Watson is, I don't want to say it, but he's scared to play football right now. And then the third hot take is this. If you remember, any player that's been out of the league for more than a year, look at Calvin Ridley right now. He's struggling in Jacksonville big time.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell held out, struggling. He struggled the rest of his career. Deshaun Watson was out a year and a half because of suspension and all this other stuff, and he hasn't been the same quarterback. When you miss that much time in the NFL, you're never the same player again. Never.
You're right. No, I agree. You don't get better at something by not doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So, I wonder if psychology plays into it as well, because the all of that went on and whatnot, and it's like no matter what I do, it's there, right? It's always going to be there. There is no leaving it or whatever else. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. If you're a Browns fan, you got to be disappointed. You know,
and I don't know if you guys caught this. I'm gonna pull this up. This little the Brady Quinn and humiliated Deshaun Watson and his private QB coach. I don't know if you.
Brady's good on the radio. I'll give him that.
So this is hold on. This is the Deshaun Watson's. This is Deshaun Watson's private QB coach Quincy Avery went at former NFL quarterback Brady Quinn after he called out Watson for not playing. Quinn, everyone with a medical opinion has cleared Deshaun Watson. The situation is almost similar to a kid getting $230 million. Now I clicked on the Twitter thing. Hold on a second.
Hold on, let me get through this advertisement. Struggling.
Oh, here we go. So just Brady said, Quinn said, everyone with a medical opinion has cleared Deshaun Watson. The situation is almost similar to a kid getting $230 million trust fund. You ask them to get a job, and they have no incentive to do it. And then, so this is Brady's thing here, or this is Watson's quarterback coach. Brady, I'm gonna be real. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and sit behind a microphone gossiping like a little high school girl. After, let's see. Let's see here. And then Brady responds, "Well, I don't see you." And then he said, "Point being." And then Brady Quinn murders him right here. He says, "How about we massage this conversation and get it to a happy ending? Does that sound satisfactory?" That's what Brady Quinn told the quarterback coach. So,
Nick, are you related to Brady Quinn?
I mean, Brady murdered him.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. No. Somebody coming out and defending that as quick, like super quickly, it just seems like guilty as hell.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna defend my guy, or Watson sends him to defend. Don't do anything, Deshaun. I'll take care of it for you. But
here's the other thing. When Deshaun Watson was coming back, he was in the indoor facility while the rest of the team was practicing outside.
It's weird.
When you watched him on Sunday, he was off way to the side by himself, and the rest of the team was where they all are together. He doesn't look like a guy that wants to be in this Browns organization. He looks like a guy that's just, all right, you paid me all this money. I'll take the paycheck, but I really don't want to be here. I really don't want to play football, but I'm making all these millions of dollars. So to me, if Deshaun doesn't want to play football, I think the Browns need to find out if he really wants to play. And if he doesn't, I think they need to tell him, just, look, Deshaun, either retire or you're gonna be our starting quarterback.
He's yeah.
Browns need to find out. Yeah, they need to find out from this guy if he wants to play football. Because he's right now, I think Johnny wrote, he looks like a guy that doesn't even want to be out there and play.
No. And his teammates look like they don't even want him out there. Like his body language, he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, he's like, man, that year I didn't play was very nice, where I could just sit and just collect a paycheck and not have to fucking do anything.
I wonder if they just didn't buy into it. You know what I mean? Like, the owner came out and talked in defense of him or whatnot, but did anybody check on the players? You know what I mean? Like, maybe the players aren't okay with it.
I mean, the Browns traded for him in spite of what the rest of the players thought about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Instead of, like Sam said, asking the rest of the team, hey, we got a chance to trade for Deshaun Watson. Do you guys want him? Do you want him on the team? Seems like the players never get asked this, and maybe in this case, they probably should have got asked if you guys are cool with Deshaun Watson being a part of this organization.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think he wants to be there. I think what happened is like, fuck, I don't want to play in Cleveland. He was supposed to go to Atlanta. I think Atlanta was looking at him. And then they came back and they said, well, this is the X amount of money that, and he's like, shit, yeah, I'll sign that contract, fully guaranteed. And that's the thing, is now they're stuck with that shitty ass contract that, and they're going to have to pay him forever and a day. You know what I mean? And they gave up a shit ton of draft capital for him.
When the owner did this, the rest of the owners were giving him backlash.
Yeah.
And now he's probably realizing, hey, mate, I should have did this.
And you know what the worst thing is, though, Scott, too, is that They gave him the fully guaranteed contract, and it hasn't worked out. So this is a win for the owners.
That's right.
Yeah.
You will never see another fully guaranteed contract for a guy that gets traded to another organization at any position again. Ever again. The owners won't do it. They won't do it.
No.
Smartest thing to do.
Alan. Yeah.
They won't. I wonder, like maybe it is that, he spends a year off and it's like, do I really love football? Do I really love it? But
that's why I said you got paid to sit and do nothing for a year, so why not try to keep doing it?
Like we all give Ryan Tannehill grief, and rightly so, but that guy wants to play.
I mean, look at Baker Mayfield. I mean, you say with Baker, right? Like,
right? I want to play.
Yeah,
it's like what Kurt Warner said. Like, it didn't matter how bad I hurt or whatever. I wanted to be on that field.
Yeah,
and that is echoed a million times over by every quarterback that I've heard play football. I want to play. I want to be on the field.
If you're an NFL player, any player in any sport, if you don't want to be on the field, ice, whatever, court, whatever it may be, then get out. Retire. Yeah. Bye. See you later.
There's a bunch of guys that do want to get out there.
Yeah. But
I haven't liked it. Go ahead, Nick. I haven't liked his attitude since day one. I have not liked his attitude since day one.
Me neither.
It's just been bad, and it continues to be. And Tanner must be in the background someplace. And it continues to be bad. It continues to stay bad because he doesn't even want to talk to his teammates.
Batman. Yeah, he's Batman.
That's the whole problem. You don't even want to coexist with your teammates. That's the look on the outside. You know, Tanner doesn't like coexisting with us. I know that, but
I agree.
The line that goes through my head is, I've got to get my body right. Like you're cleared to play. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, get your body right. You're good to
He's
go.
not playing this week. It's PJ Walker. So,
are we talking Deshaun here? Because it sounds like Deshaun.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see Deshaun take another snap for the Browns this year. I think he's done.
Well, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's hope for optimism here because I need him in the Warrior Bowl. So I don't want to stick with Mac Jones.
You could probably find better answers than Deshaun Watson.
I can't. There's nothing there.
No, the Warriors. No, you can't. You can't. Who are your other quarterbacks, Tanner?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Oh my God.
Hey,
you might as well just go get PJ Walker.
First place in the league.
Although Mac Jones probably did lead you to a win last week. He did play well last week.
I played Deshaun.
He played Deshaun. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did start. I forget he started last week.
Yeah, he played like 3 plays, 2 interceptions, and then got hit, and then he was done. Let's go ahead. We'll start making our picks here.
Get the music going, Tanner.
Week 8. We're halfway home, boys. We're about halfway through the season already.
I can't believe it.
Almost.
It's going fast. College, they said.
We made our World Series picks. Who you got? Just to make a quick pick on the World Series, just so we know. Scott took Rangers in 7. I got D-backs in 7. Sam's got D-backs in 6.
I was debating on this one. I did take D-backs the first game for the series, but I think in the end the streak comes into an end, and the Rangers end up winning the damn World Series. And
all right,
6.
Okay, I think so. We all like 6-7 games at least that. So I think it's going to be a good World Series. So I think
it goes deep. Yeah.
It's not a quick series. It's going to go 6 or 7 for sure. So
Alan's right. We've seen players play through punctured lungs, broken legs, ankles. Do you know what I mean? All types of crazy shit. Brian Robinson got shot twice, and 1 week later he's playing. You know what I mean? And here's Deshaun just, if I was in Cleveland, does Myles Garrett walk in next to his locker room and go, smell like bitch in here, and then just leave? Is that what? If I'm Myles Garrett, that's what I do.
Oh my God.
That's perfect though. But should happen.
Myles Garrett comes in the locker room and says, "Hey, Deshaun, go down to the end. You're in the corner. Go in the corner, buddy."
Get up that bench quick. Pigeons taking flight as soon as he walks over. Just
What a catch by fucking Diggs there.
I know. He's a man.
Oh,
Diggs is
Josh
a man.
Allen's a battler. He's a warrior.
Yeah. Evans and Diggs got touchdowns yet or no?
Neither one of them has.
Gabe Davis.
Evans is one catch for 7 yards right now. I bet I'm on an alternate receiver.
Chris Godwin's got
40 yards.
Chris Godwin's got a bunch. Yeah, Godwin's got a bunch.
Unreal.
This is the Mike Evans disappear game that we get every year. The one
Every
game
year. It
that he
happens.
disappears.
Godwin's
What's the
got
score?
5
I
receptions,
got home,
54 yards, and a touchdown. He's also got a carry for 14 yards. I'll take that. Good game from Chris Godwin. You got the picks, the spreads popped up.
Nick, this is how bad
got
the
it,
first quarter.
Yeah, hang on. I got the recap if you guys want it here.
Yeah, let's get it.
right,
Do we have to
so-
go over old news here?
Yeah, we do. Hey, Scott, you picked the Jags, right, on that Monday? You didn't go Saints? Do you remember?
I think I went to Jags. Yeah, I went to Jags.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody was Jaguars, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that
Him
being
and-
said,
Him and Jonathan were the only people that picked the Saints.
no, Johnny picked Jags. I just watched it.
No, I meant Grisham. Jonathan Grisham.
Oh, Jonathan. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so going across the board, guys, that was kind of a flimsy week for everybody. From the two lows, actually, for Scott out here. So let's go for last week's totals here. Going down the list, Nick finished out with 4, Sam with 4, Scott with 2.
God.
Johnny with 3, and myself with 6.
Oh.
Because I
Gold
picked
tin on
the
last
Steelers, I picked Denver, and I picked the Eagles. Denver and Eagles, everybody was against me on those two. So, it
All
worked
right.
out.
Yes, you're very smart. Shut
Yeah,
up.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
fade us. Hey, you should have faded everybody on this show last week.
No, except for me.
Especially
Let's be
me,
real.
two.
So that puts our totals currently at bringing up last place is 49 for Nick for the year. Bringing up the rear with Nick is 51 with Sam. Tied
You and me.
for
Butt
second and third place is 52 each on Scott and Johnny, and myself
Hey, I
ahead
still
of the
got a
pack
chance.
with 56.
We're the caboose.
Tanner's. Hey, we're right there though. We can make it. We got half the season to go. I can make up ground here. All right.
Yeah.
So I have a blank already in mind because I did not pick a Thursday night game. I did not send you a text, so that is completely blank on mine. So that's already -1 game for me.
Oh, for this
Tanner.
game?
Hey Tanner, Allen's regretting the trade that he made in the LTS league. You see the comments?
I don't want to talk about that dumbass trade.
You don't either. That
At
trade
all?
was so.
I'm not-
I
I'm
don't
not
know
talking about
what they were thinking.
Well, it's because Mikey was manipulating him, just like Mikey normally would do, because he's a fancy guru. He is. He's really good. And and Allen was tired of his team of losing. So now they're trying to fight against me, the leader of the LTS Fantasy League, currently. And
That's right. That's right.
Whatever. Do what you gotta do. I'll still be okay.
I agree. I wrote a comment down after I looked at it. And I'm like, what the hell
Did you
is
see
this?
what I said? As soon as I
Yeah, I saw
saw
what
it,
you
I read
said.
the trade. I was like, "What's this bullshit?"
Yeah, I know that because
That
that
was
clearly is bullshit. It clearly is bullshit, but it is what it is.
This is right. Come after
You
me.
still got
Come
a big
after
team.
me.
You still, yeah, that's right. That's exactly
I'm
what's
right.
going
I mean,
on.
you guys
I'm
are
waiting for you.
I mean, as long as I get into the dance, then that's all that matters. You guys just better worry about the defending
Nick, I'll drive my 3 hours and come grab my belt from you instead of saving you some shipping money when we're done in this league. Okay.
Bet. I'll hold you to it.
Road trip. Let's go.
I think Nick, if you have to get your belt, Nick should drive up there, and you all should meet for drinks at the furniture store or whatever you're showing me.
Yeah, it'd be dangerous, man.
No,
Nick's
I think it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome.
Nick's already he's already partied with us, so he already knows what it's like.
Oh, I'm coming. And hell's coming with me. You hear?
Right.
Hell's coming with me.
Oh God! Oh
All right, let's
God!
get to it.
Let's
Let's
go.
get to it.
Hang on, I'm pulling it up. I forgot.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be biblical when I get there.
All right.
It's gonna be wonderful.
Biblical. There we go.
Tanner might be taking home the fantasy belt and the chain all at the same time. I might have to ship both of them.
Dude, I might have to bring a truck or something for your place, dude.
Yeah. Clean me out. My desk will be a little less messy.
A little less cluttered.
Tanner's new name on the LTS show next year will be Mr. 50 Pounds of Gold.
If he does, can he do the cringe Kirk Cousins chain dance, please, on the plane shirtless?
I'll do it with my belt.
Tanner, we didn't say you had to get naked.
I'll do the Cousins chain with the discount double check going in at the same time.
And instead of Nick coming on for the first segment introducing the show, Tanner will be on saying, "Do you like me now? Do you like me now?
Do you like that? Do you like that?
You like that? You like that?"
We're at the far right.
All right.
Got it. Let's jump into it. We got Rams headed to they're coming off a loss. Man, we keep talking this Rams team. The Cowboys were on a bye last week.
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
they were.
That's why we didn't talk about them this week. Hopefully,
Okay. Yeah. Cowboys coming off the bye. Rams coming off the loss. Cowboys at home at -6. Sam, who you like?
Gosh, I don't like this one. But I'm gonna go with Rams. Speed kills, baby, and I think they got it.
Ooh, okay. Scott.
I think Dallas is in a good spot this week coming off a bye. They've had 2 weeks to look at the Rams. Matt Stafford, he can throw one touchdown, but after that, he's not getting that second touchdown. And that's a big thing. If you can't get 2 touchdown passes in this day and age of the NFL, you're not going to be very successful. So give me Dallas.
Tanner, who you got?
let's not think about this one too hard. Beat up running game right now for the Rams. You can say Darrell Henderson all you want. It's a beat up running game right now. So give me the Cowboys -6 coming off the bye.
There's one thing I say Fat Mike all the time is about things, but one thing that Fat Mike's teams are always good is good after the buys. Johnny's got the Rams at +6.5. I'm going the opposite end. I'm going with the buffoon here. I like the Cowboys at -6. Let's go. We got Minnesota headed to Green Bay in a pick 'em. Minnesota coming off the upset win, and Green Bay still continues to play like dog shit. Scott, who you like here?
I don't like where the Packers are right now. Aaron Jones, who after week 1 said, if I had to go back in the game, I'd been fine. Well, the last 7 weeks, he hasn't carried any part of the load at all for Green Bay. Jordan Love has not played well at all this year. I don't care what anybody says. He's played well in spurts. He has not played well for games.
They haven't played the Packers as a team haven't played a good fucking full game. They've only played a good second half. It's like they don't show up the first half.
And Minnesota has looked good the last 2 weeks. So give me Minnesota in a pick 'em.
Tanner, we already know you got Minnesota.
Man, I had something good too. It's disappointing.
Go ahead. You can say what you want to say.
Do it. Tanner.
Okay.
Do it.
Packers suck. They really, really suck. Packers suck. They really, really suck.
Very
Packers suck. They really, really suck. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, you get used to it, Nick. Trust me.
Go ahead, Sam.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm done trying to get your approval. I'm done trying to get you to talk to me on Snapchat. I'm going Minnesota, and you just put that in your pipe and smoke it, you big bully. Right.
Johnny's on the Vikings too. Boys, you guys are all on the Vikings.
Don't do it.
I wrote you down, Nick, for Vikings.
Write it down. I'm going against my beloved Pack. I can't pick them. I can't fucking pick them. I can barely fucking watch them.
You can't.
I mean, until proven otherwise, they're fucking dead. They fucking stink.
Fucking dead.
Give them to the Vikings. Give me the Vikings. I ain't fucking
done. It's over.
What kind of
let's get
cheese
into
are the Cheeseheads
Atlanta.
going to wear this week?
Huh?
What kind of cheese are the Cheeseheads wearing this week? Do we know any chance? The Gouda? Goat?
I'm gonna be crying. It's fucking. I mean, Minnesota. Minnesota's look good. They've turned it around.
No, Scott, they're wearing the bag over the cheese head because it's like a grocery store, and you know they have the eyes too. That's what they're wearing.
We got Atlanta coming off the win against the Bucks in Tampa. Headed to Sam's Tennessee Titans. Titans are 3-point dogs at home, Sam.
Yeah. Well, look at us, bro.
At least we're not dogs at home. Oh, I guess we are dogs at home. We're 1.5, but it was a pick 'em. But you're not even getting the 3 points at home.
Well, welcome home, Arthur. We miss you and love you, bud. Did you hear that him and Vrabel are going to swap vests after the game?
Are they really?
Yeah, they're going to swap vests after the game. I had a dinner. I had a dinner with Mike Vrabel.
Loser has to shave their mustache. That's what they should do.
Yeah, no. Like Mike was straight up like, your mustache is disgusting in the press conference today. Like it was really, but I had dinner with Mike Vrabel once, and he goes, I can count on my hand like 5 friends that are like
safety
friends.
by Baker Mayfield looked like he was down maybe.
But he said I have like 5 friends. I can count on one hand how many like close friends I have, and he said Arthur is one of them.
Wow.
So
That'll be a good one then.
Yeah, so he loves Arthur, and Arthur loves him. Arthur's got his family still lives here in Tennessee.
Oh no, his knee wasn't quite down.
So, like Fat Mike, my grizzled Mike, I guess, has also not lost after a bye. And I think they're going to be slightly rejuvenated because Willie Mayonnaise is in town, ladies and gentlemen. Hide your wives, hide your kids. Willie Mayonnaise is here, and I highly doubt we see Ryan Tannehill take the field again.
Sam, what do you make of that? They got packages for the other kid
bullshit.
too. Will Levis,
bullshit.
but
it's a Taysom Hill kind. It's a Taysom Hill kind of thing. It's not. It's an illusion.
Tanner, who you like in this game? In the battle of mustaches and vests.
Ladies and gentlemen, there might be one quarterback worse than Jordan Love, and that's Mayo Levis.
How
So,
dare
give
you?
me the Falcons minus 3.
This is a game of shitty QBs.
I'd rather have Desmond Ridder on my team than Will Levis. Mayo Levis, as I call him. This is my easy money bet of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Of the sports buffoons. Give me the Falcons minus 3, and it shouldn't even be close.
Boom. I'll show you
Scott.
all. I'm going to cheer so loud at that stadium.
As long as Desmond Ridder doesn't try to run the ball near the end zone this week and just saunter into the end zone, the Falcons will be fine. The Falcons are going to cover this easily. I agree with Tanner. It's an easy money.
I thought we were friends.
Johnny's got the Falcons. He had it at 2.5, but it's 3.5 or 3. So give him the Falcons. I'm actually, you know what? The mentor beats the mentee here. You're giving me the Titans with the points at home. I'm with Sam. I got to make up some ground. We got to make up some ground together, Sam. We'll do it together here. I'm with
Nick's trying to get on your good side.
The Mayo man. The Mayo man keeps it close. Desmond Ridder's not good either. So give me the Titans at +3.
For the record, everybody. It's kind of rejuvenating, really. See the young guy, see what he's got. Come on.
I mean, it's a why not situation, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You know, Malik Willis is going to hesitate. So when they say certain packages, I guarantee you he's running the ball.
The Wildcat type formation, yeah. Yep. We get to New England, headed down to Miami. Miami already won in the game in New England. Tyreek came out today and said he is playing. Then there was a report that Jalen Ramsey's playing, but then Jalen Ramsey tweeted out I don't know if he was tweeting out like he's not playing, but he said y'all are getting it wrong. Like you always want to be first and not right. So I don't know if Jalen Ramsey could or could not be playing this game. I'm confused on what he was tweeting out. He didn't really say he's not, but didn't really say he is. But Shefty said he is playing, so I'm confused. But nonetheless, Dolphins are favored at home by 9. Scott, who you like here?
The defensive coordinator put that out that he might play this week. Vic Fangio. I don't see it. He might not. I don't know. It won't matter anyway. Yeah, if you asked me this yesterday, I'd have been a little bit more excited for the Patriots' chances to stay in this game. I think Miami is going to put up 30 against them. I think New England's quote-unquote Super Bowl was last week against Buffalo. I like Miami this week. They need to make a statement. They need to win a game convincingly. Give me Miami.
Tanner?
It's a divisional game, right?
Yep.
I mean, still a pretty good defense for New England. And Miami in divisional games haven't quite worked out this year with the Bills.
They covered the spread, I think, the first time they played them, though.
No, they did not.
Patriots?
They
They
did not.
didn't? Oh,
No.
it was a close game. Oh, yeah, the Patriots had a chance to win, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Close game.
Give me the 9 points. 9 points in this game? Give me the +9 for the Pats. I think they cover again within the 9 points here. They may not win it, but they give Miami a pretty hard time.
Sam?
I'm gonna go Miami. I'm with Scott. I think their Super Bowl was last week. I think Miami rebounds this week, takes it to New England.
Johnny's got the Pats at +9. So he's picking up against his own team. I'm with you. The Dolphins coming off the loss, they struggle against good teams. So you know who's not a good team? That's the Patriots. Give me the fraudulent Dolphins. I think they cover the 9. They win the game by 10. So let's go, Finn.
You can back me down as a loss for that one. I got the Botkins KOD. So
You keep saying
I already wrote it down too. I put Dolphins -9 as the first top line there. So
you keep saying fraudulent, and I keep thinking flagellant for like no reason. Like they're farting. Okay,
same thing.
The next game we got the first pick and the second pick in the draft going against each other. The second pick, the Texans. I think they're coming off a bye too. Headed to Carolina. Carolina's 3.5 dogs at home. Bryce Young, obviously the number 1 overall pick, still winless here for Carolina. And Frank Wright said, "I'm no longer calling plays because I suck at it," and they gave over play calling duties. So, Tanner, who do you like here?
Let's not overthink these two offenses here and these two defenses. Texans overall better. It's overall looking better for the Texans right now. They keep it close, but the Texans prevail by a touchdown. -3.5 for the Texans this week.
Scott?
Better quarterback, better coaching staff. Give me Houston.
Sam?
yeah, no, I think Houston's just better. Period. So yeah, Houston.
Yeah, we're all in on the Houston. Johnny had the Texans too, so we ride together, we die together on the Texans. I think that's the first one we all had together.
That means Carolina wins the game 33-10.
Oh no, we had Vikings. We all had Vikings.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did all have Vikings. So second one. So hey, that means my Green Bay Packers should win. So we get to the Jets. We just talked a little bit about Dalvin Cook asking a trade. Battle of New Jersey here. Jets, I guess, really on the road against the Giants. Not too sure if Danny Dimes is still playing. Tyrod's looked pretty decent in the 2 games.
I like Tyrod.
But it's Jets, Giants. Giants, I guess, are 2.5 dogs at home, Sam, even though both teams are at home, so it doesn't really matter. 2.5 dog are the Giants, 2.5 favorite the Jets. Who you like?
Well, home is where your colors are, I guess. I guess I'll take the Jets, though. Tyrod has a close place in my heart. I think he's a better player than people give him credit for, but I think the Jets and that defense are gonna rip them to shreds, unfortunately.
Tanner?
New York is my team, right? I mean, New York, right? Right? New York.
Jets New York's winning this game. A New York team is definitely winning
this game. That's what I'm saying.
It's a hell of a town.
But I'll pick the green team to win this one. I think they cover the -2.5. They should. I think they win this game by 10 or more. So,
10
Jets.
Woo, 10 or more. I don't know about the Jets winning 10 or more, but
for a second there, Nick had a fan. He's like, "Oh, Tanner!
Oh, Lord!
I heard he kissed her on her veranda."
Oh. Scott, who you like here?
I'm taking New York.
Me too, man. See,
green or blue? Green or blue, Scott? Hey, Scott might be colorblind.
I don't know.
Red.
For this wall.
Red. I'm taking the red team.
That one.
I'm taking
that one.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. No, I'm taking the Jets. I think the Jets are about ready to make a run here. I really do.
Ooh.
I think their defense, week off, bye week. The Giants played. Daniel Jones probably is not playing again. I think Tyrod Taylor is going to have a huge amount of problems against the Jets defense. Give me the Jets. Jets could shut him out this week. So
Jets are feeling themselves. I like the swagger of the Jets. Johnny likes the Jets. We ride together, we die together. We're all in on the Jets.
Yeah. Right.
Next game. Yep. Next game we got Jacksonville going against Pittsburgh. Two teams. This could be a playoff matchup. Somehow Pittsburgh's only got 2 losses. Jacksonville doesn't look any damn good either.
They look better though.
But
yeah, they do. They're getting better.
Jags head to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, rare dog at home. Scott, who you like here? 2.5.
I like Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville's taking that next step. I think they're playing really well. I think they're going to go into the bye week with another win. So give me Jacksonville -2.5.
Tanner?
Again, why not? When you're rolling with them, you stick with them here. Give me the Steelers +2.5 at home. Whatever the hell they're doing to win these games, they're doing it.
I don't know how they win. I have no idea how they win.
They were +3 last week. They were plus. They had a bye week, and then they were +4.5 against the Ravens. And it just, they just find ways to cover. They find ways to win. Give me the Steelers +2.5. Why not? No Deontay Johnson, no drops, no problem. So give me the Steelers +2.5.
Deontay tweaked his hammy again. Could be out.
That's okay. That's okay. He can just sit on the bench where he belongs. It's okay. It's okay. Make room for George Pickens.
Well, Pickens played better when Deontay was out there. It took coverage away from him.
Don't matter. I don't like Deontay.
Guys, there are worse Jaguars teams that have totally taken it to the Steelers in recent years, if you remember. Kicked them out of the playoffs once. So I'm going to go Jags here. I haven't seen the Steelers beat them in a little bit, and I think they might live a little rent-free in their heads. So give me Jags.
I'm trying to find where he is. Oh, Johnny's got the Steelers. He's riding with Tanner at 2.5.
Typical Johnny, am I right, guys?
I don't like either one of these teams. It seems like Jacksonville should have just blew the doors off the Saints and let them come back in that game.
Yep.
I don't know how the Steelers, they just keep winning with this inept offense that they have. Like, their offense is shitty, and even though
it's weird,
it's the Tomlin intent stare. It's just Tomlin staring.
TJ Watt makes plays, but I always feel like Jacksonville wins games that they shouldn't. I'm going to go Jacksonville. I don't feel great about it, so I'm going to ride with the Jags here, and I don't feel great about it.
That's another loss for me, Tanner. Mark that down, too.
I got it already read for you, Scott. Don't worry.
Scott's going to fall back in the rankings. He's picking with me and Sam.
Yeah. Come on down. The caboose is where the food stays coldest,
we get into a pick'em. Chris Olave was arrested. I don't know if did you guys see that? I think I said it to you, Sam.
I play for the Saints.
Yeah.
And
Olave was doing like 75 and a 35. He gets arrested. And
I'm sorry, man. For the Saints.
Yeah, they tell the cop, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I was trying to get home. The cop's like, yeah.
Please,
and he's like,
please
I'm for the
arrest me and
Saints.
put me in jail. I can't take Derek Carr anymore. Please put me
Get me out
away.
of here, man.
He said, I play for the Saints, man. He's like, and? Like the guy gives zero fucks. He must be a different team. He's like, I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't give a fuck about the Saints.
I'm a Buccaneers fan. You're going to jail, buddy. See you later.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You guys cost me $20 on the game last weekend because you didn't catch the damn ball.
$400 ticket.
Yeah. And anyway, it's Saints versus the Colts, who I think their owner, Jim Irsay, got fined, which is nothing because he's bitching about the refs. And it is Minshew Mania time, but it's a true pick 'em. It's a -1 here for the Saints as they travel to Indy. Tanner, who you like here?
Team that almost won last week. Give me the Colts +1. They had something going in the second half of that game. They just kind of blew it away in the end, but I think the Colts have a little bit better offense, a little bit more consistent offense is what I'm looking for. Their defense is still pretty good too. Colts +1.
Sam?
You got a fast car. Actually, you don't. It's broken down. Give me the Colts.
Who'd you get?
Thank you for the chuckle, Tanner. I appreciate it.
I got you.
I'm picking Colts to beat New Orleans. I did a fast car reference game.
It's good.
Yeah. I got you.
Why does he hurt me? All I do is love him, and he hurts me. You're just like my father.
Scott, who you like here?
I like the Colts this week. I think the Colts showed something against the Browns, against a really good defense.
They're starting
I
to
think
gel, I think.
They're starting to gel, and I think Gardner Minshew is playing really good quarterback right now. So give me the Colts.
Florida man.
Hey, straight off the handcuffs, straight into the end zone. Oh, Johnny picked the Colts, by the way. I got to make up some game. So who that going to beat them Saints? Give me the Saints, baby.
Oh, my God.
Straight out of handcuffs, straight into the end zone. Chris Olave, baby. We got Philly versus Washington. Did you guys catch who was it that fucking went off for the Commanders after the game? One of their beat deep. Was it Allen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Allen, did you guys catch? Man, look it up when you get a chance, Tanner. I mean, he was pretty much. It's like it's been like this shit for 7 fucking years, man. Had the do-rag on. I mean,
Damn.
chest hair blowing out. I mean, he's just tired. He's like,
Yes,
"I'm tired of this shit." Huh?
7 fucking
Yeah,
years.
I mean, was just pissed off at the world. But Eagles come to town, and somehow the Eagles are only favored by 7 on the road to Washington. Sam, who you like here?
Oh, I want to pick Washington because I gave him a hard time last time. It'd be great, but I'm not going to. The Eagles are going to beat Washington, and I think they're going to beat them a lot more, firmly than they did last time.
Yeah, Sam Howell's the most sacked quarterback in the league. So
Yeah, they're going to tee off on it.
Atrocious line.
And I like Howell, but it's not enough.
Tanner.
Well, like you said, the most sacked quarterback. It's not Patrick Mahomes back there. So Eric Bieniemy has had to scheme something different up. Give me the Eagles -7.
Scott.
Washington always plays Philadelphia tough, but not this time. Give me Philadelphia.
Yeah, Johnny also has. I think he's got the Eagles. I'm just trying to find it in this text. Steelers, Colts, Falcons, Jets, Pats, Vikings, Seahawks, Ravens, Bengals, Kansas City, Bears. He didn't pick this game. Oh, he picked Washington. Johnny's on the Commanders.
Washington?
Yeah. So Johnny is on Kami Island by himself. I'm with you guys. I'm riding.
You commie bastard.
Fly birds. Go birds. We talked about it earlier, just right before the start of making picks, but it's the Deshaun Watson-less Browns headed to Seattle. Seattle 3.5 favorites at home. Scott, who you like here?
This is a great spot for Seattle. Cleveland has all kinds of turmoil going around the organization with Deshaun. Cross-country trip against Seattle. Give me Seattle.
Tanner?
Seattle's got to do something. Meanwhile, while the 49ers skid, that horrendous deal they're doing the last 2 weeks, losing to the Browns in one of them in that play. Seattle's got to win this here at home, being in play. Seattle minus 3.5 is the play for this one.
Sam.
Nick, could I get that phrase you say when something smells bad?
Smells like bitch in here.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of this. That's how I feel about the Browns.
They stink?
Pete Carroll's gonna be ready for Kevin Stefanski and PJ Walker.
I mean, the Browns only got 2 losses, y'all. I feel like you guys are sleeping on the Browns a little.
I mean, PJ Walker did come in and beat 49ers.
I'll believe.
By the way,
Bobby
G's got receipts.
I'll wake up on the Browns if they win this game. I'll tell you that.
The defense is good.
Their defense might be the best in the league.
It's really good. I'm just saying.
Johnny's got the Seahawks at minus 3.5.
Go Hawks.
If this game was in Cleveland, I'd probably pick the Browns, but in Seattle, that place gets going, and I feel like Seattle plays better at home. Give me Seattle at minus 3.5.
Hey, this caboose is really nice, Nick. We can make a home out of this. All right.
We got Baltimore headed to Arizona. Kyler Murray's I don't think he's playing in this game, but he's practicing. So this might be the last game for Josh Dobbs here. As Baltimore minus 9, Kyler's practicing, and whether it's video games or field, who knows? But Baltimore heads to Arizona at 9.5 favorite. Tanner, who you like?
Ravens minus 9.5. I see no reason why not. The Cardinals, may start them out a little slower, but I think the Ravens prevail in the end, especially coming off the game they had last week against the Detroit freaking Lions. Give me the Ravens minus 9.5.
Sam?
Is it that tough?
A little bit. The Ravens have a tendency to be stupid every now and then.
That's every game.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm going to go Baltimore. I don't feel good about it, though, because this just seems like the type of game they would pooch for no reason.
It is.
Scott? It is.
So
here's the game for this game.
Bob's history, when he's a huge favorite, his teams tend to come up short. In this case, Arizona's tanking big time. First halves they play really well. Second halves they forget to come out of the locker room. Give me Baltimore. They're on another level right now.
Automatic first down for Buffalo.
Ooh.
The Bucks. Johnny had Baltimore, I believe. Let me double check. Johnny had the Ravens as well. We ride together, we die together on the Ravens here. Give me the Ravens. I think Scott's right. It'll be close in the first half. We're going to be like, bitch, we should have picked Arizona, but then the second half, they'll turn it off.
It goes awry, yeah.
2 teams, I feel like both these teams need this win. Cincinnati's 3-3. 49ers coming off 2 losses. Brock Purdy in concussion protocol, so who knows if Purdy's playing. Looks like it could be Sam Darnold time. Tanner, or we'll go with you, Scott. Who you like here is the Bengals rematch of the 80s Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl, actually. This is the Super Bowl I picked in the preseason. It's 49ers minus 4 at home.
Thick, trunky coastal kid, Scott.
I don't know what Baker Mayfield's doing by throwing it to Jamokes here. Cincinnati's going to win this game outright. Cincinnati's going to go to
catch the ball. I hit him right in the hands.
Off the bye week to some guy named Durham. Who the heck is that? Give me Cincinnati. Cincinnati's turning it around, playing better.
Old Durham, baby.
Joe Burrow's getting healthier and healthier every week here. I think Cincinnati goes to San Francisco and wins the game. I think San Francisco's got a lot of questions on defense they need to address. So,
Tanner?
I mean, in the words of Nick Bockins, Bengals. Burrow Botkins. Give me the Bengals +4.
Beats Bears
Damn.
Battlestar Galactica. Sam Darnold is not a Ghostbuster. He is afraid of them ghosts. So give me the Bengals.
Oh no, we're all on the Bengals together. Oh, God.
Johnny's on the Bengals as well. Hey, Burrow's getting healthy, baby. That's right. Burrow, Bodkins, Bengals. That's how it's done, Tanner. Let's go, Bengals.
Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica.
We got the Chiefs heading to Denver. Denver coming off their second win of the year. The Chiefs are 7-point dogs headed to Mile High. Tanner, who you like here?
Let's make this easy, guys. Chiefs -7. They showed a little bit of offense against the Chargers. Best defense in the freaking league. We're there with the Chiefs. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs -7.
Homer.
On there. Oh, I'll be a big homer in this one. Give me the Chiefs -7.
I think they said like a bunch of wild shit. Since it's been a long time since the Broncos beat the Chiefs. So
2015, September 2015.
You're gonna get a face mask.
Your number one song was "The Hills" by The Weeknd. Yeah. The Kansas City Royals just won a World Series that year. That was also the year. It was also the same year the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning won their Super Bowl as well.
I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
Sam, who you like here?
Oh, it's the people that make believe they have a tomahawk as a hand. It's Chiefs. I'm not Braves fans. I'm talking about Chiefs. Yeah.
The Tanner Dawson to Kansas City Chiefs game narrative is now gone out the window. Kansas City, I disagree with Allen on 27-20. When's the last time Denver scored 20 points against the
Are you cutting roast beef? Oh,
if
they haven't. Kansas City's going to win.
Denver scores 20.
Yeah, they're not.
We're gonna have to get a real look at this. What happened here? Like we're gonna have to get in depth and listen.
These two teams just played like 2 weeks ago. I don't think it was a 7-point game on Thursday night in Kansas City.
Was 69?
If they score 20, I'm driving to Kansas to talk you off the ledge, Tanner.
Any Denver Broncos bet you see, team
Tanner,
total, whatever, you better go under. There's no way Denver scores 10 points.
The Chiefs have not allowed a 20-point score, I believe, or it's maybe 20 points or less this season. Nobody scored more than 20 points on the Chiefs defense this year.
Yeah. It's not going to happen here either, so.
No way.
Yeah. Johnny's on the Chiefs. We ride together, we die together. We're all on the Chiefs, baby.
Man, we're all in trouble then. This could happen.
We get to the shitty Sunday night game. The Bears, Taysom Bagnet. I don't know what how you say his last name. Bagnet. I've been calling him Bagnet. Bagnet. I don't know. I've been calling him Bagnet. I don't know. Either way, they're headed to the Chargers, who are 8.5 point favorites at home. Scott, who you like?
Chargers have a lot of stuff going on. Austin Eckler's hurt again. Justin Herbert is not playing that well.
Hey! You told me you were going to say Herbert.
I'm on the Bears.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
you watch your ass.
I'm on the Bears in this game. I think the Bears can keep this game close. Give me the Bears plus 8.5.
I don't think they're firing Staley, but they should have a long time ago. Tanner.
Give me the Heisman winner. Give me the NCAA passing touchdowns record holder. Give me the Bears plus 8.5.
Who's the Heisman winner? What are you talking about?
Magic. He's the D2 Heisman winner, and he holds the most passing touchdowns for NCAA history.
Yep.
In Division 2? Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Division
NCAA.
Yep.
Oh, for career or season?
Career.
Oh.
Yeah. He was good as a quarterback.
He was really good in the combine, but everybody just blows him off because he went to Shepherd. But he was looked at. And so
Scott told me he had like 5 interceptions, was sacked 30 times against Colorado State of Mines.
That's true. He was, but the rest
he
of
could still
his career,
be really good.
Sam, who you like here?
Duh, Bears.
Johnny likes the Bears. It's weird to say this, but we're on Ride Together, We Die Together with Bagnet and the Bears.
People around the world, baby, join hands.
What's get to the Monday night game?
Love train. Where are we? Oh my God!
Oh, what a catch!
This game,
Mike Evans touchdown.
Oh,
hey, but we need Stephon Diggs
right out of the rabbit hat.
You notice Mike Evans never celebrates a touchdown after he scores. He just puts the ball down and runs back.
I love him for that.
Absolutely. Although he banged his head pretty good on the
Barry
field.
Sanders. Remember, Barry Sanders never celebrated.
We got the Raiders headed to the Lions at the Raiders at +8. The Lions coming off that ass whooping. Who knows if Jimmy G's playing? It still might be his back. It might be Aiden O'Connell. Who knows what the hell's going on? But Sam, who you like?
Las Vegas is dead on arrival. They're just feeding them to the Lions in the den. The Lions are going to win that game.
Tanner, Lions bounce back after getting punched in the mouth.
Look, I picked the Raiders for the first time this year, last week, and you saw what happened. We're never picking the Raiders again. So, even when they play the Broncos,
he got it.
I'm just not going to pick a game when they play the Broncos again. So, we'll just take that L. So, give me the Lions -8 in this one, and look for the Lions to come out pretty pissed off in this game fairly early. So, that's what I got.
They big mad.
Scott,
would you like to make a murder?
Dan Campbell is not a happy coach.
He's going
to. Dan Campbell will tell his players, go bite some kneecaps, go take out some knees.
Yeah.
I love Detroit in this game. I even love Detroit first quarter.
Do you guys know where the femoral artery is? It's down here at the leg.
Detroit could win this game 37-7 this week.
Hey, you ain't gotta find them because they're gonna be at the Raiders' front door looking to stab some people and kill them and murder them and watch, the cold blood and just the smoke steam from their body. Dan Campbell would say something crazy like that. Me and Tony both like Detroit. We ride together, We're all in on Detroit at -8.
This is going to be a bad week again. We're all riding and dying together on a lot of these games.
But we're friends, and we did it together, Scott.
We did it together. That's right.
Kumbaya, my Lord.
Synergy.
All right. Hey, let's go ahead. We'll get to our final thoughts. Sam, we'll start with you, my friend.
Oh, boys. Always a pleasure being with you. Pleasure doing this show. It's tons of fun. Happy the weekend's almost here, even though I have to work Saturday and Sunday, even for just for a little bit. But
everybody's working for the.
You're not going to the game, then? You're not going to the game?
No, I'm going to the game. I made sure. I was like, listen, I'm going, baby. But it's hard. I think I said something about this on Twitter. It's hard being a seller on a football team. It's hard to talk about Derrick Henry moving. It was hard to watch Kevin Byard leave. But it goes to show you what bad leadership and bad deals and not managing your cap space can do to a team. So, but I also wanted to say that we're not the first team to do this, and we're not the last team to do it. So
right now the Bills are covering, baby. The Bucks are covering. It was 8.5.
Yeah, but anyway,
I went down to 7.
But you can bet your bottom dollar that I will be at every home game because that's what a fan does. No fair weather fan here, ladies and gentlemen.
Attaboy.
There you go. Tanner, any final thoughts?
There's a chance for snow. What the hell? What the hell are we doing? Why is there a chance for snow? Why are we in the snow season already? What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? What are you
Oh,
doing?
yeah, it's supposed to be like
That's what we're
42
doing.
degrees here. Yeah.
Dude, we're supposed to potentially get to the 20s in KC.
Oh.
So I'll just keep pushing that shit south for you, and so you can feel that 3 hours away. So, I don't want it at all.
Nice.
So, but anyways, guys, college basketball's around the corner. Tons to bet on. Working on a couple shows in between right now of getting that thing set up for November. My season got pushed back an extra week because of all this rain, snow, ice, etc. I doubt we'll play next week, but we'll see. But it's gonna be cool for me. What are you talking about? At least they're running around. So, but hey, it's gonna be a fun time. Hopefully, we'll be done here in a week and get things underway. So that's all I got.
Scott.
All right. So we didn't have a Scott Cobe show tonight, so I had to push this back to right now. First of all, be prepared for Mike Evans being checked for concussion pretty soon. He banged his head on the truck pretty good.
Yeah.
Secondly, I have been hired as the girl.
What?
What?
Are you kidding?
You broke up.
You broke. You're muted.
You muted.
You some bitch. You some bitch. What did you say?
Scott, that's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you.
That's it. I made my announcement. That's it. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it.
You cannot
Final
make me
thought?
scream
No.
with my son in my arms. You cannot make me scream with my son in my arms. Where's your fucking job? All right.
So
Where's your
I
fucking job?
had coached for about 30 years, and I've been out of it for the last 4 years, and I got the itch to return. As Tanner and John the Grishman know, once you're a coach, you're always a coach. It's in your blood, it's in your stream. So I've been hired as the girls JV basketball coach at a local high school here in Massachusetts, and I took the job. So I'm back in coaching again. I'm going to have a second job besides podcasting. So.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a crowd noise? I thought somebody.
That's a crowd noise. So that's my announcement. I consider this show part of my family. You guys are part of my family. So I wanted to make the announcement here is that I am back in coaching again. Whether I want to be or not, I don't know. Parents hopefully are good. If not, you might.
That's
see
the worst.
On the
That's me. Parents are the worst.
You might see on the news that a coach in Massachusetts killed a parent for some reason.
See, my parents are good. I have no issue with my parents. So.
And last thing,
I have no issue with mine.
my thoughts and prayers are sent out to the people up in Maine. If people didn't realize there was a mass shooting up in Maine, and I don't know if they've found the guy yet. He still was on the loose as of today in Lewiston, Maine. So shout out to those people. Hopefully they catch this guy very soon. But Maine is a north town. This guy could be in Massachusetts someplace. I don't know. They haven't found him yet. So that's it.
Yeah. T's and P's to all the people who are affected by that. Kudos.
Yeah.
I don't really have any final thoughts tonight. I bitched about my Bulls already having a fucking players team meeting already after one fucking game. What are we doing here? So it looks like the Bills are going to pull this out. They just got a first down, probably just run the clock out here and call it good. So looks like hopefully the Bucks cover. So as long as the Bills don't score. And that's it. We'll be back Sunday morning. 9 East, 11. I don't know what time. 9 Eastern, 10 Eastern, or 9 Central. Sunday night.
No. Yeah, you got it right. You finally got it right.
Yeah. I'll get it right eventually. Oh, shout out! Shout out! We're working on. Me and Wade are going to be bringing back a show of mine that I used to do with UFC show. It's called Head Kicks and Haymakers. Hopefully, start that next Wednesday is our hope. So we'll be bringing that, talking all the UFC stuff every week, and news that broke middle of the night. John Jones, unfortunately, tore his muscle that connects his tendon that connects his
right.
Yeah, tore it off the pec, tore the muscle off the pec. He's out. So instead, we get a fight that I've been wanting to see for the interim heavyweight title. It's Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich. I have touted for 2 years that Tom Aspinall is going to be a future heavyweight champion. He'll have his first shot in 2 weeks' time for the interim. And then maybe the heavyweight. If John Jones, if he wins that, he could just become the heavyweight title. It just depends on if John Jones retires or what he does. But down the line. But that's a fun fight. Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. Two young guys fighting. Hey, watch Sergey fight. Neither one of these guys ever get out of the first fucking round. So it's going to be a fun fight. It's a heavyweight interim title fight at Madison Square Garden. Two young guys who I think are going to be roaming this heavyweight division for the UFC for a long time. Two young guys, two undefeated type guys in this game. I'm a big Tom Aspinall fan. I like Sergey too, but I've been touting for 2 years that Tom Aspinall, he's just built different, could be the UFC heavyweight champion of the world someday. And that time could be in 2 weeks' time. So looking forward to that. So outside of that, we'll be back Sunday morning, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, for our Sunday pregame show. So be a friend, tell a friend, folks, like, subscribe, share. Tanner, hit that outro and have yourselves a good weekend, folks. Sunday morning.
We were running against the wind. We were
fighting against the wind.
Life better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No non-bop, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. I try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stain from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.